I'm going to tackle this job on 2 levels. First, I'll build them a boat port that will protect against the elements. On the hill, I'm going to find and create a brand new site for the family's fire pit with an access path everyone can use. And the cherry on top, a zip line to connect the 2 areas from the fire pit right to the dock. I've got a $38,000 budget for this project and 4 weeks to get it done. The first thing I need to do is get all my materials together. Fortunately, I have my own lumber yard, so we're off to a good start. I'm using reclaimed, old stock timber for the boat port. We're making our beams by cutting off the weathered exteriors, and they end up looking as good as new. In fact, better than new, because the old lumber was cut from mature trees, making it harder and stronger than lumber from new growth trees. The first thing we need to do when we're setting up the boat port is to figure out where all the posts are going to go. Once we do that, we can mark it all out, and then we can start setting the posts, bracing the posts, and then we'll put in the beams on top. It doesn't take long for the boat port to start taking shape. Back towards you. While my guys get stuck into the construction, I need to figure out what to do about the fire pit. Sue and Mark want to have the older relatives, the grandparents, come up and visit with them here. There's no way they're going to get down to this fire pit the way it is. I mean, you're climbing over wet rocks and dirt. It's just not going to work. There's got to be a better location somewhere here for a fire pit. Better sunsets, more level ground, a little easier to fit it in here. So right now we're just hooking up the welder, so we need to get a solid ground into the dock frame. The dock's then driven into the lake bed, so that gives us a good ground. And then we're gonna cut out some plates over here and weld in some steel brackets to help tie the timber frame structure into the steel dock. Welding is always hazardous, and doing it over open water is even more dangerous. High voltage, a wooden dock, and lots of water means that we have to take serious precautions to prevent fires or electric shock. What we've done now is we've taken out the wood plate to expose the steel. Now I can take this steel bracket here, I can weld it onto the steel frame of the dock, and then bolt it right here to the timber. This makes this timber structure strong. It won't move in the wind, it won't sway, it's tied into the steel dock. Pulling up the deck boards so that when we weld the plate to the beam, it doesn't catch fire. It's a new day, and it came to me like a flash of light. I found the perfect spot for the fire pit. The new location is closer to the dock and the water. With the new access path, it's going to be easier to get to as well. And the added bonus is that it will be larger than the previous fire pit, as the hill levels out here. So the excavator's coming now, up the hill. It's starting to rain, it's getting muddy. We gotta hurry up and get this thing unloaded, otherwise we're not getting this truck in. While the crane is here to set the excavator in place, the gravel is to lay the bedding for the access road and the fire pit. A dump truck just arrived with all the gravel, but we're blocking the road with the crane. Everything has to happen at the same time. Okay, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit here. You gotta get the excavator down there first. We can't get you in until it's in place. I know you're trying to get out of here, but you're gonna have to wait, okay? The timeline on this job was always tight. This is a massive waste of time and money I don't need right now. So now I gotta pay a guy by the hour to sit here and do nothing while we get the excavator in place. The Crossettes are fortunate enough to live on the lake year-round. They need a four-season structure to protect their boat, as well as a fire pit where the family can gather. But I can't even make a start on the fire pit until I build an access road. And right now I've got a traffic jam that's costing money every second.
What we have to do now is hook up the excavator to unload it. There's not a lot of room to work with, so we just have to drop it into this little space here, so I'm going to guide it as it comes off.
With the excavator finally off the truck, we can get this gravel dumped and this guy off the clock. This is 15 tons of gravel. That's 30,000 pounds of stone, enough to cover our access path and create the foundation for the fire pit. Neil is clearing the path down to the new location, while the rest of my crew push the stone into the path so the work vehicles can move through the site safely. So much work to do before we can even get down to start on this fire pit. At least the excavator has made it down to the new fire pit location.
What I want to do is use this area here, where we can stage our construction out of, and then start building the retaining wall area right along the shoreline. We're going to cut in right over here, tie into some stairs that are going to come down from the old path, cut into the bank here, more retaining wall, put our stone seating ledge at the back. Okay. Use all these nice medicine ball-sized boulders, these natural boulders, to create our fire pit in the middle. Okay. And then we'll have a flagstone around it. And then we've got a ton of old brush and debris and everything in here that we need to get rid of. So, I don't know, maybe we'll have to bring down the chipper, make a big pile of it. We'll deal with that as we dig it up.
All right, sounds good.
Without the excavator, this whole job would be impossible. But with it, and a skilled operator like Neil, we can transform this area really quickly. While Neil whips the fire pit area into shape, I can get back to work on the boat port with the rest of the guys.
Got it?
Yeah. Josh.
We're just hoisting up all the roof trusses, stack them on top, then we're gonna spread them out to build the roof.
There's nothing speedy about putting up the trusses. It's a laborious job, but someone's got to do it. Over at the fire pit, Neil is making excellent headway clearing and leveling the site. Time to bring in the gravel base. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel for this project.
Oh my goodness.
This is awesome.
It's exactly what we wanted.
The Crossett family moved up to the lake full-time, and they're in love with it. But in 2 weeks, I'll be showing them a whole new way to enjoy their property when I finish their brand new family-sized fire pit and awesome boat port.
Mark and Sue's boat port is really coming along. We've got the roof trusses going in. We're going to be sealed up pretty soon. It's really going to be a great space. But I'm thinking, as I see the space take shape, what would work great would be if we put a wall in this area here. It would add some protection from the elements, and we could add some storage cabinets in here, maybe a counter space, bar fridge, even a sink, something to really help with entertaining at the dock. Then we could also fill in this unused space of the boat slip and have more space for a table, somewhere to entertain out of. I think they'd love it.
The job has two main parts, the fire pit and the dock. So I'm going to create a link between them with a zip line, and I figured out where to put it.
What I want to do is take this and mount it higher on the next tree over and shift it over a little bit. Just trying to get the right angle and then figure out where it's going to land on the dock and make sure I have enough slope to give them enough speed, but not too much speed so they go flying into the dock. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the post right here. So we're taking this deck board off here. And we're going to weld the post right into the steel frame of the dock. This will line up with the tree, and we'll be able to put different heights on this post for different steepnesses in the line, so we can figure out how fast or slow people want to go.
Back at the fire pit, things are starting to come together.
We're finally getting our fire pit taking shape. We found this great spot down here, a little closer to the water, but it allows me to level out the area. So we've cleared out a nice area. We've got our retaining walls in place. We've built it up with a gravel base. And this is what I love over here. We've managed to use all the natural stair treads to build the first part of the staircase coming out of the fire pit. So now it blends in with the beautiful moss rocks, everything I wanted to use here. All the rock here we found on site, so it's all natural, be able to recycle it. So the stairs are gonna continue up, tie into the old path, provides nice level access, still looking natural, but as you can see, they're easy to walk on. Nice even stride. Once the flagstone gets into place here, it'll be level, but I'm really happy, it's really taking shape.
With 3 days to go, this job is really coming along. It's back on schedule after the slow start to the fire pit. Time to check in on headway on the boat port.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Sarah.
This is looking awesome in here.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Good, good. So just a little more wallboard to put up here, and I see some soffits.
Yeah. Hopefully, before the end of the day, we'll be able to stain everything up. So tomorrow will be basically just doing all the little trims, corner caps, the 1x4s, buttoning up, and hopefully doors. We'll get this live edge cedar top in, hopefully. Zip line's ready. Needs to be tested though, so.
No one used it? No one's tested?
Nope, it's up to you.
It's me. I gotta test it.
I'm not testing it.
You sure it's good, right? It's gonna hold?
Let's hope so.